Again, the biggest reason I don't worry about that as a downside to Rex Ryan, he's been out of the league too long, is yeah, he's been out of the league from a coaching perspective, but he's still been involved in the league on the reg. That's how he collects his paycheck, is breaking down the film, watching the games, staying engaged, having to be educated on what's happening in real time with these games so that when the camera's on and the lights are on, he doesn't look like a complete buffoon and a fool. So he might not be on the inner sanctum, right, of what's been happening coaching wise, but he's still been engaged. This isn't a guy that said sayonara, grabbed a martini, headed off to the Caribbean. We haven't heard from him since whatever that was, Zach, 2016. Sam Bam, brother, thank you for your patience. Got a super chat in early. Love you, big dog. He says, good evening. Pardon me. Not sure what to make about Rex Ryan as a potential DC. It's nice to have a former head coach as a defensive coordinator, but he has been out of the league for a while. Your thoughts? And he's saying obviously no to Joseph. Sam, I think we've gotten this one. We've already kind of gone down this path, but Zach, this was, in fairness, because I want to steel man this a little bit, this was one of your initial concerns about Rex Ryan, the idea that he's been out of things for a while. So if you've come around, as you said earlier, what has kind of mollified your thoughts on this?
Again, I wish we can play the video, just some of his speeches and how he approaches a locker room and team building. You'd be hard pressed to find a former player of Rex Ryan's in Baltimore and Buffalo and New York that has a bad word to say about him. They love playing for Rex Ryan. Players like Bart Scott followed Rex Ryan from one stop to another. He has an ability to kind of endear himself to every type of personality, similar to Wade Phillips, and similar as well in that he's aggressive, Chad. He gets after the quarterback. He's not passive. And the only apprehension that I can really touch on now, as opposed to a few days ago, that's changed for me, was him being out of the NFL, not coaching for whatever 7 years, but he's been involved, and you mentioned this as well, as an ESPN analyst. And when you are that, you have to be abreast of every team, every storyline, every situation. And if you go back during the regular season, and there's a clip floating around, Rex lambasts the Broncos offense, Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson. He tells it like it is. He doesn't sugarcoat. He identifies the problem and he fixes the problem head on. No BS, none of that fairy tale Hollywood stuff. It's straight, it's gritty, it's to the point, and that's what the Broncos need.